Hey everybody, this is Ben Clark from Queen City Clay, and there are hundreds of ways to get great texture on your pots, but a really fun one is using sodium silicate. And I want to show you how to do that today. Once you have a cylinder or bowl form you're happy with and you're ready to stretch it, we first need to make sure that we use a rib to scrape the outside. So I'm going to take a long metal rib up the side of this cylinder. I like the metal rib just because with little pressure it scrapes a lot of clay off. And get this clean and compressed. Now you can do two levels of compression here. If you work it several times to where there's no remnant throw ring, then as you stretch it you don't see horizontal lines come out of the clay. Once you have a clean cylinder ready for stretching or a bowl ready for stretching, then grab the sodium silicate, and it comes in these pint jars, and you want to think of it as super glue. I'm going to brush it on the outside surface of the clay and let it dry, and it's going to glue the surface particles together, but it's not going to do anything to what's just below the surface. So I can stretch this clay easily and only let the outside surface break. So I'm going to take a large brush, get some sodium silicate on a little bit lower than the top of the pot because I'll want to come back in and shape the top of the pot a little bit. So I'll brush that layer from about 3 inches from the top all the way down to about 1 inch from the bottom. Once you stretch this, you can't touch the outside surface anymore, or else you screw up your texture. Get rid of that sheen. Use a heat gun, or you could use a torch, or just let it sit for 15 minutes. Just dry it enough so that you don't have that sheen anymore, and that tells me it's ready to stretch. I've got a heat gun applied to the surface, and I'm just rotating the wheel with my hand now, and watching for that sodium silicate to lose its sheen. Up in the top half of this pot, it's already close. So I'm going to work my way down and then back up maybe one time. And this whole process with a heat gun only takes about 2 to 3 minutes. At this point, I have the sodium silicate slightly dried, and I'm ready to start my stretching. I'm going to get this spinning now and use the curved side of my metal rib as just an extension of my index finger and reach down to the inside and start the stretching process. I'm going to work that rib up the inside surface and then back down. And the thing we like so much about this process is that it doesn't seem like anything's happening as the wheel's spinning, and then once it's stopped, you'll be able to see the full effect of the sodium silicate. So I'm early in the stretching process now, but I'm going to go ahead and stop the wheel so that you can get a look at the texture. You're getting a great breaking pattern all the way across the surface of the pot. This is a fun and exciting way to add texture to your pot. So try this out, and remember there's so many variations on this. Even if you want to add a little color with underglaze onto the pot before you add the sodium silicate, you can do that. Try out anything you can think of and possibly send us some pictures of what you made. Thanks for watching.